It's time to talk about the Grand Theft Auto Remastered Trilogy's problem, because currently people are saying that this is the most hated game of the entire year. In fact, it's even being review bombed, which to me is a bit crazy. Now, full disclosure, I am playing the games right now, and personally, I am having a lot of fun. Getting a chance to fly around in Vice City and blow stuff up, using the new aiming and driving mechanics. I will still say that the gameplay of these games has definitely been improved. The major downgrade comes to the graphics and the glitches, which is what I want to look at today. I've decided to actually set aside a bunch of videos that you guys have been sending of some of the weirdest errors that you've encountered and the parts of this game that are downright broken. What's up, gamers? Dreamcastguy here, and let's start off with the most important fact, which is this article that a bunch of subscribers have been talking about. GTA Trilogy could be this year's Cyberpunk 2077 as Rockstar is flooded with refund requests. Game is being labeled as unfinished and buggy. Now here's why this is crazy to me, is because honestly, right now the game is in a pretty broken state. Even though it's possible to beat the game itself, you're going to have tons and tons and tons of visual errors, even on the smoothest playthrough. But here's what else I find fascinating. I didn't know this until y'all sent this to me. Freaking Rockstar, if you bought this game on PC through their special launcher, it's currently offline. If you paid the $60 to play this on your computer, it's impossible right now. Legitimately, they took your $60 and you're just screwed right now. Whereas console gamers, we can at least play it. The Nintendo Switch version looks a little bit like a dumpster fire, but to me, playing on my PS5, at least it doesn't crash. It runs smoothly enough with some frame rate dips. If you got it on a PC, it is currently literally unplayable. But let's take a look at some glitches. So here's the major thing I've seen the most people upset about is how weird it is that they've decided to change the character models themselves. Oh my gosh. What the hell happened? So this is the adult film actress Candy Sucks from Vice City. She is a major character. What in the heck happened to those mommy milkers? So part of the problem of this is that clearly what they decided to do is algorithmic upscaling. So what they did is they got an AI to scan the character models and then make them more HD. So it means that if in the original model, this guy had a little bit of a crumpled shirt around his neck, the AI itself can't detect that those were supposed to be crumples, so now it's just a straight line. This is exactly why you keep seeing stuff like this, where the van clearly in the original PlayStation 2 and the Xbox version says Top Fun. They even have radio commercials for this business called Top Fun, but the AI, it can't detect this funky looking F, so they make it a B. Top Bun. How did this get released? How did the QA actually not detect this? Why did they get this passed? Now, to me personally, that stuff isn't exactly game breaking, but the issue is more of errors like this, where the algorithm tried to make this character model probably slightly bigger, and in the course of it, now Lance can't reach the wheel. They made his arms bigger for some reason, so since he's just, 5% of a larger character model, now he cannot touch the vehicle that he's driving. But I'm more concerned with the video glitches that keep coming out. This is one thing the most of y'all have been sending me. The rain, specifically in Grand Theft Auto 3, is ridiculously overpowering. Now, I want to pause here for a second. It seems like what's happening is that this is a gigantic grid. It's seemingly designed to be a tiny patch of rain and then just multiplied across the entire screen. So it has a nice even flow to it. I mean, after all, it is water. But now it has the downside effect that it's so efficiently created that it's thick. You can't see through it. It's insane to me that you could have such low visibility in a game that's so HD. These lighting effects are so much better. I think we can all agree the fact that these signs look cleaner. This person's character model actually creating shadows as you drive past. That's cool. But with this crazy rain texture pack, it makes it impossible to see. There's even the thing that people have discovered where it rains when you're underground or under bridges and stuff, because it's just a filter on the screen itself instead of an actual thing that's happening around your vehicle. Now, here's the next thing here. This is the weirdest of all the errors that's happening right now. I'm not sure what causes it, but for some reason, occasionally textures are getting mixed up in the files. This is a gigantic face on the side of an island. Like, how do you create a game that can even have a glitch like this? This is got to be one of the spookiest, creepiest, messiest errors I've ever seen in any video game. Can we just get a gigantic like on this video? Maybe we can get 5,000 likes and cleanse the demons of whatever the hell this face is. My God, the fact that it's so stretched out, his chin is a straight line. Tommy Vercetti is driving that boat, but he might as well be driving it straight out of the freaking hell. Now, this is an important screenshot because it really kind of exemplifies what's new and, in my opinion, more beautiful about San Andreas, but it also highlights a problem sometimes with remakes and remasters. So in this game, clearly they wanted to try and show off how good the graphics are now. They wanted to be like, okay, well, previously when you were playing each of these games, a lot of them had some pretty heavy fog effects. They wanted to make it where they would hide the edges of the map so the city would seem to be more infinite, more gigantic. Well, because they removed all the fog effects, you now realize that San Andreas is a very, very, very tiny island. It's a little bit weird that this mountain, these hills, these parks that used to seem so enormous when I was playing this as a kid, riding my digital bike up and down these hills, now it's really tiny. Like, it's specifically weird to see, like, the downtown district. My gosh, it's one of those things where, like, in their effort to make this look better and modernized, it backfires. The lack of fog actually makes you more aware of how limited this actually is, which is sucky. I mean, I feel bad about this because I guarantee you that the developers did not expect it to have this effect. This seems like one of those accidental giant problems that's kind of popped up. Now, I wanted to look at this one here. This is another one of the weird glitches that only exists in San Andreas. Let me warn you about this. So apparently what happens is if you get on the quad bike and you use the rear camera, it still renders CJ's model, but right in front of the camera itself. Look, how does this... Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so... You know what? I actually kind of like this glitch. Something about the vibration. The vibration of it's the funny part where it's just... This is just ridiculous. First-person mode while riding a quad in GTA San Andreas on PlayStation 5. It seems like there's this problem with just the code itself, where something about the game's optimization, the efforts to make it look more upscaled, more beautiful, has somehow backfired and makes the game itself look much, much worse. Now, I want to talk about one of the rumors that's been going around, which is that originally these were made to run on cell phones and Nintendo Switch. Apparently, the talk is that originally they wanted this to be downscaled and then upscaled. The idea was to make it run at the lowest platforms and then the highest platforms. And so what we have is something that wasn't made to run at 4K, and now it is running at 4K. Even with this excuse, I still think that these visuals are something that I wish Rockstar themselves would explain. I really wish the developers would come out and make a statement and explain how some of the stuff happened specifically, because it is downright baffling. Now I want to end this with a more positive note, which is that there's this post I've seen on the front page of the GTA Trilogy Reddit, which is this: if you're disappointed, that's on you. Rockstar clearly communicated from the start, from their short trailer, that this was going to be a PlayStation 2 title with a little bit of paint and a lot of quality of life changes. If you let your imagination run wild and thought they were going to get these euphoria physics, new content, whatever else, that's your bad. That was never promised. Now, this has seemed to stir a lot of people up. There's a lot of very angry comments in here, which I'm not going to bother showing you, but I do feel like this is sort of the page that I'm on a little bit, which is that I'm having a lot of fun with the GTA Trilogy. Like, straight up, I'm playing a lot of it, even literally right now. I've been playing it all morning. I'm going to go, after I'm done editing this video, I'm going to go back to playing it. But if you want to get a refund, definitely do it. Vote with your wallet. I'm still enjoying trying to find every single thing. I like the nostalgia of going back and playing the games that I enjoyed a lot as a young adult. But if you do not like it, definitely please get a refund. Let them know that this is not good enough for you. That's the only way they're going to learn. If Rockstar gets backlash, if they get blowback, that is the only way that they can be taught. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video and this random talk about glitches, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. By the way, if you want, I'm going to link my review of the game, which is more positive than a lot of people are having. I kind of feel like I'm the only person who's really having fun with the gameplay, but you know what? That's life. Oh god, I feel like the comments going to fill with people who are mad that I'm enjoying the game. This guy enjoys a bad game. You know what? Yeah, it's a bad game. I'm having fun with it. Sometimes I enjoy a bad game. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.